The Sharpshooter is the third and final variant of the revolver. It can be bought at the terminal for 12,500p. The weapon has two other variants, that being the Piercer and Marksman. The Sharpshooter's base functionality works identically to that of those other versions. The revolver is the most basic weapon in ULTRAKILL. It is a simple hit-scan weapon. Using the primary fire key, the revolver will fire a shot with infinite distance and perfect accuracy, dealing 1 damage. It can deal extra damage by hitting locational points, this being 1.5 times damage for limbs and 2 times for the head. This changes when using the alternate variant. This version packs more punch, dealing 2.5 damage with a slower fire rate. It also loses the ability to deal locational damage. Essentially, the Slab revolver is suited to those with above average aim in order to not miss important shots. It should be noted that each revolver version is affected by the alternate versions too, which we will talk about later. The revolver can also combo with coins for additional damage. Onto the Sharpshooter alternate fire. The Sharpshooter charge shot will ricochet off of surfaces with some aim assist. These beams can also pierce enemies, just like the blue revolver. However, the Sharpshooter can also detonate explosives prematurely, causing a red explosion. To use the weapon, hold down the alternate fire button. V1 will begin spinning the weapon on its finger. Letting the button go will fire the weapon, causing the shot to gain all special properties described before: ricocheting shots, piercing, and the ability to detonate projectiles into red explosions. Depending on how long the alternate fire key is held, the number of ricochets will change. After 1 second, the maximum of 3 ricochets can happen. Anything less than 0.3 seconds will cancel the spin without any action occurring. Damage is calculated in a simple manner. Each ricochet adds 1 additional damage to the attack. However, this is capped at 3 for the default revolver, 4 for the alternate. So how do the weapon variants come into play with the Sharpshooter? The regular revolver offers 3 charges total. Each will take 6.4 seconds to recharge. The locational damage of the regular revolver stacks with the Sharpshooter charge shots, meaning that limb shots deal 1.5 times damage and headshots deal 2 times damage. However, this is incredibly situational, as most of the damage comes from ricochets which almost never hit those points unless coins are included in the combo. The Slab revolver, on the other hand, is much simpler to use. Instead of 3 charges, you get 1. The damage is increased from 1 to 2.5. Now, which variant of the Sharpshooter should you be using? Well, firstly, play around with the gun yourself. This particular segment of the guide is purely subjective, and my opinion is based on my own gameplay experience. I believe the best choice is, surprisingly, the default revolver. The additional damage gained from the Slab variant seems good on paper, but is incredibly awkward to use. To put it simply, the damage gained isn't worth losing the 2 extra charges. Not only this, but the base weapon itself fires incredibly slowly in comparison to the default revolver. You're also missing out on the rare opportunity to make use of locational damage, which can actually put the default revolver above the Slab in damage per second when used correctly. Pair this with the upcoming strategies, the additional damage is very rarely worth it. Before moving on, feel free to subscribe if you're enjoying the guide. The Sharpshooter excels at indoor combat, since the Sharpshooter is designed around ricocheting shots. The smaller the room and the more obstacles, the better. This means that the red revolver is much better in the levels rather than open areas like the sandbox map and the cyberground. Great examples include 2-4's mini boss fight against King Minos's hand and 0-5 Cerberus. Another neat trick is that you can use coins to recreate a smaller environment, as the Sharpshooter treats coins as a ricochetable surface. This means that timing your coins can lead to some lengthy ricochet combos in an open environment. A simple combo could be done as such. Jump and throw 2 coins above the opponent and begin spinning the Sharpshooter, pointed downwards at the enemy. Jump and fire it as soon as the charge is full. It will pierce the enemy, bounce from the floor to the first coin, back into the enemy, back up to the other coin, and once again, back into the enemy, dealing a yummy 15 damage total, which makes it perfect for killing swords machines in their down state. Pairing the Sharpshooter with a dual wield power-up, V1 can gradually build up thrust depending on how many power-ups you have collected, eventually allowing the player to fly like a helicopter. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. However, at least as of now, there is no level in which you can gain enough dual wield power-ups in order to fly indefinitely. Using the Sharpshooter, you can now insta-kill the malicious face reliably during combat. To do this, you need to hit one of the first projectiles that the malicious face shoots out. The more that it fires, the less effective the technique. I find that hitting the first or second projectile instantly kills the MaliFace. Anything afterwards will either severely damage it or causes no effect. The reason this occurs is because the Sharpshooter charge shot detonates the first projectile, which then diverts the others into the malicious face, hence why the style meter gives you a friendly fire bonus. And unfortunately, that's about it for the Sharpshooter revolver. Not a ton of tech to learn, nor a lot of use cases for the weapon overall, but still worth mastering for the cyber grind in order to get rid of pesky MaliFaces. If you found the guide helpful, feel free to subscribe and join the Discord linked in the description. Thanks for watching.